Well, hello there guys, and welcome to edsretrogeekout's book club. Today we're going to take a little look at all the toy collecting books that are out there available for you to go out and purchase. Which ones do I recommend, which ones are terribly bad, we will show you in this little video. The whole idea for this video basically started with me looking at this book right here. This is the ultimate guide to vintage Transformers action figures by Mark Bellomo.
Thank you for coming today. Today we're reading from the book of Optimus.
My buddy Grego Fabulous actually had this book with him at all times while we were hunting in Texas, and I was like, what is that book? Oh dude, this is great. And he just kept looking back at this book and going like, oh, okay, this particular Transformer toy is missing that part. And within this book you have really detailed representations of the G1 Transformers with all the accessories, maybe some variants in there, and it's just amazing. I wish I had one of these books for each toy line that I'm into. Cost-wise, this is like 27 or 28 US dollars, which is still quite good. I think I got this one for around 25 euros over here, so you can just go over to like ball.com or Amazon and get these books really. But in today's video we're gonna take a look at a couple of books I already bought, and hopefully you guys will guide me in the right direction to some other good books based solely for toy collecting purposes really. Now the Mark Bellomo ones are insanely well done. Like I showed you in the Transformer action figures one, we also have the ultimate guide to vintage Star Wars action figures 1977 to 1985 by the same author, Mark Bellomo. This book again is just freaking amazing. You get so much information thrown at you. There's also some indication of price-wise what these toys are worth, but also what the original retail price was for these toys. So like the first wave Star Wars, they were like $2 each. That's insane, knowing if you have one of these on card in prime condition. It's freaking ridiculous how much they're worth now. But yeah, this book is definitely great for me. I didn't grow up playing with the Star Wars toys, but I do want to collect them, and when I do collect them I want to be sure that I get everything that is needed for them. So whenever you find like a toy and you're like, hey, which accessories actually go to this? Obviously when I'm hunting I just grab whatever accessories are at the bottom of the box. You never know when you're gonna need them, but at least that way you can, you know, kind of find out, hey, I need this one, or I definitely need this accessory because it's always missing, you know. So these books, you know, show you what the toy looks like, what all the accessories are, you know, like some of these variations are well described in there too. And then Mark Bellomo did even one other book about G.I. Joe. I think he's done a couple more, but not just focused on one toy line. So this one is actually the third edition of the Ultimate Guide to G.I. Joe 1982 to 1994. I couldn't get this one in the paperback, so I had to go for the hardcover. Nice artwork, nice layouts, an overview of everything you need for each and one of these toys, and you know, price wise they'll give you an indication. Of course, toys, you know, they fluctuate the prices on this, so it's more of like a, you know, if you can get it around this price, it could be good. Usually toy prices have gone up, so if you can get them for these prices, they're probably good. But you know, you get an indication of what the toy goes for loose complete, what the toy goes for mint condition, what the toys go for on card. And these actually, you know, just have tons of, you know, useful information about why they chose this or that to add into the toy. My recommendation is getting all three of these Mark Bellomo books. They're freaking insanely good quality, nice reading material, and definitely great for you if you have a toy and you're like not sure like which accessories go to this. Head over there. Now for TMNT, which is one of the toy lines I'm heavily into, I've been dying to get a book like this. I need one, so help me out guys. But the only thing I've been able to find is like these like tiny collectible books. This is probably, in my opinion, the worst one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collectibles. So what this one does, it does give you, you know, overviews and, you know, big shots in color of what the toys look like, but you don't really see like every accessory that is added in with those. Thing is just incomplete. There's so much missing, but it's cool to see all like the weird ass merchandising that they have in here. If you want to get this book, okay, but it should have been done way better than it is. I also picked up the official Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Treasury, but this only goes up to 1991. It also came out, I think, in the early 90s when, you know, Turtles hit really big popularity. So this one is mainly focused on like what the comic books were. It's also in black and white, so no colored pictures. And there's some interesting stuff in here that you probably never see anymore. You have like these Dark Horse miniatures, so they're basically like tin turtles, which was like featured in with like, you know, role-playing stuff going on at comic book shops in the early 90s. And that's the things you don't really see over with, you know, the vintage toy collector. So that's something I might want to get into. You have the first wave of the Turtles shown in here with really bad pictures. It just goes up to 1991. That's it, really. But still a cool book to have because it fits that time frame of the early 90s when the popularity really struck for TMNT and people were out trying finding cool memorabilia. So that's why this book is kind of okay. I think I paid like 12 euros for this one. The other one I got like a while back. I don't remember how much I paid for that one. So I was kind of like on a kick with these books, and I also decided to pick up Action Figures Collectibles by Tomart's Encyclopedia Price Guide. Now, the prices in here are probably not up to date anymore, but yeah, one thing I didn't see is this only goes from 18 to G.I. Joe, so from A to G. So there's not really much in there. There are some colored pictures. Some of the pages are just black and white, but yeah, apart from like giving it like a price of what it is supposed to be worth now, doesn't really do too much else. And it only goes up to 1996 as well, so yeah. Don't really recommend this book. The only like really good thing turtle-wise is probably the Turtles Ultimate Visual History. This is not solely based on the toy line, but if we could get a toy line book with this quality and, you know, research done for it with all these little fun extras thrown in. There's even like a reprint of the original book, of the original first comic book in here. So yeah. There's that. That's pretty neat. If we could get something like that to come out, that would be freaking amazing. I do recommend this book for any, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan because, you know, it shows you everything from like the comic books, heading into the toys, heading into, see, there's like the toys in there. You got some of like the artwork and the way they are produced. So you get like a wax sculpt, then you have like a first shot of the toy, but again, not complete. But they have to cover like so much because they're also covering new movies in there, the Nickelodeon cartoons and stuff like that. This is definitely a great book if you're into just Turtles collecting, but you know, if you want to get those Playmates finished toy lines, we need a new book like this. Which brings me to another toy line. I can't wrap my head around this, why there is not a toy dedicated book for this. Dark Horse has been putting out lots of these really big, giant-ass He-Man and the Master of the Universe books. You got like a smaller, really big book based on just the comics. It's just reprints of the tiny comics that came with the toys. You have like one based on the adventures of She-Ra and also the He-Man cartoons. But this one is like the first one, The Art of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. A awesome book, also showing, you know, like original artwork, original cells from the cartoons, and you know, also, you know, the magazines and stuff. This is really extended. This is a really extended book showing just so many cool things in there. This book is very extended, also going into the new adventures, also showing glimpses of the Masters of the Universe Classics toy line. Those are also in there, so that's definitely great. You got the 20XX, unproduced toys, stuff like that. But there used to be, I think, where did the fuck did that go? So you got like the animation cell part over here too, where it has like there's two on there. You can kind of like place them wherever you like, which is pretty cool in my humble opinion. So you got the animation cells, a small portion of produced toys. Now, apparently, Pixel Dan spoke to us about this in his panel at Retropalooza last year. He's apparently in talks with producing a book like this, so the same quality but focused solely on the toys. He's been making it, he's nearing the end of that, so I can't wait for it to come out. And, you know, like, let's get like a TMNT one going, maybe some Dino Riders. And, you know, guys, I hope that now you've seen a couple of really cool books that can help you with your collecting. Let me know down in the comments below which toy line you would like to see a book based solely on. Hey, you want to collect this toy line, this is everything you need to know. I'm thinking about, you know, like Toxic Crusaders. I want, you know, Toy Biz. There should be a Toy Biz one, right? I'm thinking Dino Riders. Just anything like that. We need to get books. I think there's still some really good toy lines that need a book, like Mark Bellomo did for the Transformers, Star Wars, and G.I. Joe toy line. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!